Coming up on the Angus Report, we sit down with Senator Jerry Moran, who has a NAFTA update.
President Donald Trump announced a $1.5 trillion infrastructure plan recently. The plan allocates a quarter of federal funding to rural America. Then we head to the Biltmore in North Carolina's Blue Ridge Mountains, home to a herd of Angus cattle.
This is the Angus Report. Hello and welcome to the Angus Report. I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Clint Mefford.
Our top news this week. Kansas Republican Senator Jerry Moran made his first appearance at the National Cattlemen's Beef Association convention in Phoenix. In D.C., he's been a vocal advocate for NAFTA, and his message at NCBA convention was no different. He urged producers to get involved in the NAFTA negotiations.
We earn a living in agriculture in rural America because of what we export. If we're only going to feed mouths within the United States, we'll take a lot less farmers, a lot less ranchers, and there'll be a lot less income. And NAFTA is front and center at the moment. From a Kansas perspective, Mexico is our largest purchaser of ag commodities. And so I'm here at this convention talking to cattlemen and women about please advocate for trade, for exports, and particularly for not withdrawing from NAFTA. I'm all for renegotiation, for modernization of an agreement, to add new features that need to be addressed over the time of the life of the agreement. But the threat of leaving NAFTA is already causing damage to our markets, where Mexico and Canada are already looking for other places to purchase from, not the United States. So we've conveyed this to the administration, and what I would encourage people who care about this issue, and particularly people from rural America, let the administration know that this matters in such a significant way.
Of course, we'll keep you up to date while NAFTA negotiations continue on their 5th and 6th rounds.
Recently, President Donald Trump rolled out his infrastructure plan, which calls for a $1.5 trillion investment in rural America. Only $200 billion of the investment will come from federal funding. But the White House says its allocated funding will incite massive amounts of spending across the country. Within the plan is a legislative outline for rebuilding infrastructure in America, which dedicates $50 billion, or a quarter of the proposed federal funding. The funding for rural infrastructure projects will go directly to state governors as block grants, allowing each state to set their own priorities. USDA Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue said, quote, "No area of the country needs investment in infrastructure more than rural America. With a quarter of the new federal money heading to rural parts of the country, states will have the ability to expand broadband access, increase connectivity, rebuild roads, and supply affordable utilities," unquote. But Congress must first approve the plan before it's put into action. The administration released its fiscal 2019 budget the same day the administration released its infrastructure plan. The 19 budget doesn't bode well for many farm programs because it cuts funding by $47 trillion over 10 years. The Conservation Stewardship Program, Regional Conservation Partnership Program, and the Livestock Forage Program would all get axed under the president's proposed plan. The budget proposals won't make it through the House and Senate Agriculture Committees, but it fuels Farm Bill program critics.
Angus Sales TV is a portfolio of video services that can be used to showcase your program, from shooting videos and editing to posting and promotions. Videos can even be used to accompany your online sale book to give prospective buyers a chance to see that animal move from the comfort of their home.
To view videos that accompany the online sale books, click on any sale in the Angus calendar with a red icon, or visit the sale books page on angus.org. From there, you can sort sale books to see which ones have video. Click the Has Videos box and then search. You'll notice a red video button accompanies the text below each sale book. Once you click on the desired sale book with video, you can scroll through as normal. Click on the blue Videos tab on the right-hand side of the screen. Scroll through the videos until you find the lot number matching the lot number of the animal you'd like to view. It's that simple.
Visit angus.org or contact Angus Media staff if you have any questions about what Angus Sales TV can do for you.
The University of Arkansas announced a new research initiative to look at sustainability in the beef industry. Researchers will conduct a beef industry life cycle analysis following beef production from pasture to plate. to identify ways the industry can increase sustainability. The research will also assess how much the industry has improved over the past decade. In partnership with the National Cattlemen's Beef Association and the U.S. Roundtable for Sustainable Beef, the university research team will develop recommendations to improve industry sustainability. Marty Matlock, executive director at the University of Arkansas Office of Sustainability, said, quote, "Understanding the impact of beef production on climate change is a priority for the beef industry. They want to improve efficiency and reduce impacts in a way that is driven by outcomes and informed by science," unquote. Each calving season, many producers are faced with the challenge of saving a cold-stressed newborn. Oklahoma State University Cooperative Extension scientist Glenn Selk reminds breeders that in extreme cold, newborn calves not found for several hours after birth could become hypothermic or extremely stressed. A study done in Canada compared methods of reviving baby calves exposed to extreme cold and experiencing hypothermia or cold stress. Baby calves rewarmed with added insulation and heat lamps had to use more body heat metabolically than calves rewarmed in warm water. And when returned to a cold environment, calves rewarmed using insulation and heat lamps have less energy to maintain body temperature. In summary, the study found that immersing hypothermic calves in warm water is the most effective way to warm up a calf with minimal metabolic effort. Selk reminds producers to thoroughly dry calves before returning them to cold weather and their mothers.
When we return, we visit first-generation rancher Travis Sherfick. He's proof that hard work and determination can drive success in the industry.
Then hear from National Cattlemen's Beef Association National Convention speakers and find out who won the association's exciting giveaways. Visit Angus.media to continue watching this episode of The Angus Report.